Yes. And so allow me to, and if you list my favorite characters and TV shows and like movie franchises, so first up to you doing my top 26 favorite Marvel Pony characters. And just does know this is the Generation 4 characters. Is I think and trust those characters not on this list. Just I think I will have to make the separate list for trust those characters. Not so separate list for the characters Generation 5. Disclaimer I has is seen in obsessing. I know that had nothing to do with this, but I understand in because as I had some like one video about how Alex Myers being like at Dom saying that Bear was white, and I don't agree with him, but I still want to watch his videos. And recently, like twice I saw him happen in a PM. I'm saying in that way, does know that you guys might not agree with a few of the opinions that I've saw this video. They did? Good. And my top 26 favorite Marvel Pony characters. 26, we have Derpy. So I did not put Derpy on the list as the P is one of the favorite characters as the Pony fans, and Derpy is basically like created by the fans, and this is like a thing. Francis Matthews is like this pony background with like her eyes flossed, and everybody's like, oh, that's Derpy. That's a one. And Lois is really cute. I think I liked how they integrate her into the show a little bit. Like she was funny in the last roundup, even though people would people like the Times reversal. I don't honestly care about the Time versus that episode. I still will find Dobie's appearance in it adorable and really hilarious. And then in Slice of Life, it's even more adorable and really hilarious. As the sip of his Dr. Hurst, of course. And the reason we played a Twist of Mind game with is Derbies. In the Marvel Pony games is referred to as muffins. The funny names of her lines and Slice of Life and how she uses as muffins, so they call her muffins, but instead of Derby, but I'm calling her Derby. Right now in the game, there's like I had been named like eating depth muffins, but for Derby, it's like there's this like bots they have to tap on, and then Derby turns out bots and then she walks around it. But as muffins, you can already have you can buy her and see what's exactly like Derpy, but then and there's another version of Derpy that appears in a box before you did muffins. This makes no sense, and I love that. So yeah, that's why I love Derpy. 25, we have Spite. I know that a lot of people probably don't like Spite, but I had him to him on the list because I actually love Spite. Of how he's like loyal to the main sets. He's so loyal to main sets. It's I think like there's a lot of Spite episodes. My favorite episodes on my favorites list. I would make the list my favorite episodes like Spite Spite Service is or Power Ponies. Or Testia Danes or Inspiration Matters Jason. And the choice with the Spite would probably be on the list as the actually really good Spite episodes. It's Spite Day Service, I know a lot of people don't like it, but okay, this is my first opinion that doesn't might not agree with, but I love it. I'd definitely say that it's like those things is like it's so bad it's good. It's like I watch it and it's like it like makes me laugh how bad it is. That's why I like it so much. And then there's Power Ponies. I do like Power Ponies. I can see why, despite it feels a little bit useless. I mean, and he doesn't usually do much. I mean, besides saving the day in Crystal Empire. Doesn't like usually do much. And so I didn't understand why he felt was useless in Power Ponies. And Power Ponies is also my favorite episode because I have all the toys of the Power Pony characters as like the superhero versions, and the superhero versions are really cool. Or in Spite as Hanzo, I think his name is it's way too hard as Hanzo. I mean, Hanzo is as useless as he is. That's like perfect. It was Saturday, and I had and see find it really good. Hey, Tessie Danes is like I it will little I like how at the end he's like able to forgive his mistakes like in the episode he like adds the like he isn't able to set a giant lantern on fire with his blast to the stage fight, so Twilight has to do it for him. and then he gets it set. It's and then he tries to like sing in a national anthem, and that doesn't really go well. So it's really like I feel it was bad that he failed to do something to important things, and then he feels like he like everybody down, and so he hides, and then I don't know, or like some pony like uses one of the pistol bow and arrows to crystallize a cloud, and it almost kills everyone, and then in spite it like repeats his very best is to save one, and like and I'd say it's awesome. I love it. And I love it at the end, and he gets to light fire to the fireworks. Also, in certain mass station, in the light of it has like spiders use easily, and spiders like helping out Rarity, who he has a trust on. A little bit. And Rarity like a Dane a little bit like taking a little bit magic is a little bit scary, but I feel since he does is a tool, and it was and once it makes you laugh is like the scene where she dresses Spike in diamonds, and then tries follows up, and she's like, oh no, not you too. And she holds him up, and he's like, what do you mean, not me too? He's like, oh, doesn't like, office officer, are you, and he's like, oh, what this? Oh, I just wanted to know, you right? And so I was like, okay. Or in that case, have you seen any point suspicious around? And he's like, nope. But we all know that all know there's like Twilight has definitely seen that like Twilight has definitely been told by the other ponies who has had like things in their lives change because of Rarity. He's doing magic like Rainbow Dash staying in dress. Let's put on her out of nowhere. For-sized birdhouse being turned and being turned like giant, and Rarity and Rarity like changing the party that Pinkie Pie was throwing for this little kid's birthday. And Rarity like changing the tart that Applejack had into diamonds, and then so basically she's done alliances to her friends, and so towards her friends has told Twilight Sparkle about what happened, and Twilight Sparkle was like confused. This is like asking Spike it is he knows who did all these things, and he's like no. Oh, and the only reason why she would assume that he's a victim of this thing is because he's wearing like a crystallized diamond suit. So that made sense. And all of this, Nemea comes in and is like, but this Twilight, the gazebo, and you saw it all, and 2 ponies not trapped inside walls. And I know this episode a bit hard. It ends just funny, and Twilight's like, look at me doing this, and all of a sudden made him like we need your help, and she splits her wings and flies away, and later on we see Spite watching her do her some magic to get the two ponies out, and they talk to her about what happened to the gazebo. So I think that's my favorite Spite part of the episode. It makes you ask seeing him with that diamond suit on. But I think my favorite part of the episode would be when Rarity he zaps a dress on the Rainbow Dash. I know, it's Rainbow Dash right now, what the? Get it off of me! It's so funny. And then the last one was Princess Spite. And Princess Spite that's really right. I like how he made the mistake of taking Tails Twilight too far. And he wants it. That's why I was Spite. And 24 has Tempest Shadow. Who I have in Funball form, or toy form, as I would say, in my other videos. And they have in sustainable form. So Tempest Shadow I love a lot, as you can tell. I tell the villain mostly in my movie. I've watched it a bunch of times. They have in DVD and she's awesome. She's really evil. It's awesome. Her funniest scenes, her funniest scene in I believe be when it's Tats's Tapper and Tapper tells her the lie of where the main sets are going, and he's like I was be on my way, and she's like, wait, my princess, until then your fate is still up in the air. He's doing wisdom. No matter what he didn't do, he has to do wisdom. And that's fun. And you're right. It's the race is this, your fate is up in the air because it is easily going to an airboat. So what's the pun? As no one Tempest and towards the song, open up your eyes. Open up your eyes. That's my favorite song in the movie. Maybe it's just really catchy and one of my favorite songs and stuff. And because I love Tempest Shadow so much, it actually freaked me out when Oh, you know what happens in like whenever a Mile Point episode would come out, I would watch it for the first time with my grandma and my dad, and I saw the season 9 episode, the ending at the end, and we freaked out when we saw Tempest and entire ponies. Like there's also Darble and the Prince and Brothers is what I hated, but like the only thing that was first known was Tempest is finally in the show. It's right there. And so I love that. I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my god. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's finally in the show. And I was seeing her then in the last problem when they were doing in the song and Twilight, those how Twilight flies over and then we see a bunch of like unicorns and one of those unicorns is Tempest, and I love it. But they featured her twice in the show. Even if she didn't have a voice in the show, because they didn't afford Emily Blunt, and at least she's there. And so yeah, I love Tempest, as you can tell. Let me put these 2 toys away. Hey, for a second. My Fun Papa's Tempest was on my desk. It's so I love it so much. I'm gonna take my stuffed animal. There's Tempest over here. Anyways, next on the list. Number 23 is Mod Pod. So her first episode is like one of my favorite episodes in the show. So Mod Pod's first episode is really hilarious. There's a lot of like moments that had made me laugh. I think like the one and moment and that I love my favorite mod scene in the entire show would be when she's in Twilight Potter's library and she's like and Twilight is like so in her books and Pinkie Pie he tells Twilight Potter, Mars tell her about her one. She was poetry. And Twilight's like, I got lots of poetry. Yeah, and so it shows her favorite poetry books. And Mars like, I prefer to read my own poetry. And Twilight puts away the books and she's like, oh, I'd love to hear some of it. And then Maud reveals that every single poem she ever wrote is about Watts. Oh my gosh. What's the poem that he speaks out and finds Twilight Potter is so funny. It's like I also love how it's like how it's like, you know, it's everything about Watts is like Watts, these my Watts. Sentimentally made me gentle, smooth and round. He sleep on the ground, stays brown and ways. He knows everything about Watts. Is so towards that smart. And like isn't the one thing that makes you ask her? I'd seen this Twilight Potter's reactions. She's like and then so it sits down and smiles like I'm listening but it's actually worried because he didn't actually expect her poetry to be all about rats. I also love Mod Pie's like friendship with the sister Pinkie Pie. And the scene where she like trusts the boulder to save Pinkie Pie's life, it is awesome. And her appearing with Pinkie Pie and to remark to trust the boulder to save Ravenous' life was really cool. So Mod Pie I find really funny. I love how his house is not really like excited about things in as much as Pinkie Pie is, and I find that funny. So that's why I love Mod Pie. At 22 we have Fully Hot. It's Fully Hot I love because he's adorable. And the White House isn't really like mean to do the things that he does in the first episode of like when she destroys Twister Heart by accident, he didn't tell us by accident because like right instead it's like she falls down into Presentation's hands and she's and what's like she's communicating Presentation's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean. She's telling Presentations, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And Presentation's like, I know, calm down, oh, that's fine. And so we know that that's them. By accident, because it's them, but on purpose. You wouldn't like what's sad after she did it. And like Twilight, but he wants to apologize for it. And so, alright, for I think they sort of is included Fully Hot in the movie. Yeah, I mean, it would have been awesome to see her in the movie. Plus, it is all about Tempest once again wanting in all the princesses is and now going to Fully Hot. So Fully Hot being really, really awesome. But I did not understand the movie was made before Fully Hot existed or something. And I don't know. So that's why I love Fully Hot. And 21 is Princess Cadance. And so I love her because she's beautiful. I also love how she protects her empire really well. Oh, and the friendship with Twilight's father was really cute. I love the whole sunshine, ladybugs await. Wrap your house and do your sake. That's adorable. So it seemed like Presentations and like specials like the holiday special, the best ever. She is like way tall in that special. Alright, I love how she participates in Saving Day during that special. So that's why I love Presentations. And finally we have Cheese Sandwich. And I love him because of how he's played by Rial Rendefit. I don't know who that is, but I still like more. his songs with the party point would be one of my favorite songs in the show. It's like a lot, like a really fun song. And I definitely see him with Pinkie Pie. Besides no Pinkie Pie, my other favorite episode of his is the episode in season 9 where we found that he lost his laugh. And I was watching that from my dad, and we were both like freaking out, like David's lost that. So I wouldn't really say it's one of my favorite episodes, but it's definitely like up there in the list of best episodes. It's a toss-up one. Is T sandwich. It's not being able to last on the time. That's what was T sandwich. 19 we have Twin Twister-less. And so this list is going to do a lot of villains that I love. And Twin Twister-less I liked a lot. And she's like, I like how she's like, I like how her plans are clever and genius, but they don't really work. They don't really tell us they don't really work. But I love how genius they are. And I like most in the episodes with the teens up with Twizzle and T-Rex, because he's like funny during his episodes. One of the hilarious moment is when she sits and tries Sparta and shows them and how she's gonna react when they all take their Terrestrial and tries all impressions. This is like, I'm a failure, and your whole entire list of reasons why I'm a failure. It's so hilarious. Spot on, so impressing there. Twin Twister-less. So that's what is Twin Twister-less. So what about is like evil and plans are clever and genius and it seems to be funny sometimes. Number 18 we have Toz and Dwell. And Noah tells Zeta Albita is in the episode she's she's like really evil. Holds a bit of this Twin Twister-less, so like how her plans are like genius. They don't really work, but I don't really care. Oh, this genius. However, in the episode of the teams that between Twister-less and T-Rex, then it's like on the episode where it's like a horn and becomes an out horn and see what's Dober's an out horn. And so I love her as a villain and also Susan Doble. And so we have Sunburst. So I decided to put Sunburst on the list as I love him. I love he's like loyal to all his friends, and his friendship with Starlight Glimmer is really cute. I would say I accept them a little bit. I love the knowledge he has about magic. So that's why I was Sunburst. And so then we have T-Rex, and I love how T-Rex has like the power to take away your pony's magic. I think that's really cool. As a really cool power, and T-Rex is actually funny sometimes. and so when he teams up with his Totodile, when the sister is sees away, so he has wisdom. Alright, I would say my favorite T-Red scene is when, and like before the song "Very Very Bad," and Totodile was like saying with the audience the same thing, and it's like Jojo wants us to work together, which means we have to trust each other, and like we're all thinking that. And Fantastic is like, it's we have to trust one another, and perhaps form Lord T-Red to start trying to absorb my essence. and T-Red stops. It's absorbing her essence, and she's like, and spits it out into a cupcake, and he's like, I wasn't doing anything to sort. How dare you? He said, how dare I? Do you know who I'm facing? And then she really takes Tupte and eats, and then Tupte that he bossed her essence on and eats it. And he's like, hey, how dare not? We tell you all in 5 minutes. That makes me laugh. That's every time I watch it. Ted because he's evil and he's clever and his evil superpower is cool and he can be funny stunts. And this one has Diamond Tiara. And then you put Diamond Tiara's list to the later when she like gets reformed, and when she gets reformed, she's actually like a really awesome tech. I remember when she asked like the face she makes and stuff like that's a weird question. She was just like I don't know how I'm gonna make the face, but it's a hilarious face. So that's what was Diamond Tiara. When she was born, she was awesome, and they were the same voice. It's like really beautiful. Unfortunately, has Sayonara. It's always Sayonara because the world is like friendship with Tide's father, or the like me later. And I was seeing him like considering even a day in the best ever, even though he's not a princess, is able to like use his magic to fire up his agents, able to like use the plane to fly with his agents and also use magic to stop the plane and then she's like yeah, it's bad yourself. And it's also funny, even Twilight, a worrying about stuff as the name as Twilight Nanas is so funny. That's what I was inside. His friendship was his Twilight's father was cute and his love of his tails is adorable as well. So we have Sweet Belle, and Sweet Belle is fine and adorable. I have a toy for into it be my thing. of her as a human. Here we go. This is one I'm talking about. And someday I have a toy of like eight Sweebo as like a little tip. I do have a toy I have as baby. and she's so cute. And I was 7 4 I have a toy for his her the healing. So Sweebo I love because she's adorable. Oh, and the same voice is really pretty. And I would say like in seasons 1 through 2, I saw the Sweebo was a little bit annoying. But I liked how like the other seasons is like the voice of reason in of the group. I love. I was like my favorite Sweebo scene would be that one scene in when one bad apple says is like and might say is like debating what they should do about. Alright. About how Babsy bullying them, and she's like, you need to talk to Apple Dad. And they're like, no! She's like, where is he? No! She's like, Twilight? And Apple was like, no! We need to fight back! just tell her is in the Emilia and like no. I mean, I was like characters is like members main sets. She said like Fireside or like Pinkie Pie. A Rainbow Dash. As me now in Fireside would do much to help with a bully. Okay, so that doesn't tire out. That times out. But just by now she has like 1 to stand for herself. So she can so she probably would be able to stand for her friends. And Pinkie Pie to like help with like teaching them how to stand up to the bad scene. And the Rainbow Dash to definitely really help. See, you would see it would really like I do like sweating in bad scene. And I probably later on when an episode is like, what was ultimately avoid? This is invading. And she's like, that's what I have been saying. and so whoever said one of those who was like always right, and nobody listens to her. So that's why I was Sweebo so much. 12, I have Apple Bloom. So I always seem to have a toy of Apple Bloom, so not gonna bring one out. Oh, but I love Bella of Apple Bloom, and she's adorable, and I always like the brains of as the team wants to say is this is the one who comes up with all the ideas for them is for them to do, and the team wants to say is go along with it. And her song I'm My Own would be one of my favorite songs in the entire show. It's really, really beautiful. And her friendship with the family is also really cute. 11 we has hold on a minute. I didn't toys anymore. Still So still was asking if a member of the team I can say is she is the most adorable one, and she's most like understandable one, right? Even though I don't like I'd fight the fast, because in this I don't like the test. I don't want to see her like suffering to fly, even if she can't. And that's like sad. So it's like we feel for her. Oh, it's can't fly. And I also love how Redress Stilu is. What is like I love how still like just the way Redress sings that they do. Or like I mean you know as the episode where they want to find out the main sets how the main sets start in T-Mots. It's we see it's still it's just a zip lining and be like one of the activities to the T-Mots in. And so Ava is like, are you Saber the still never even heard of a pony zip line before. It's like neither have I. But his spike toe is awesome, and they unzip line and end up falling off and trees above over them, and then and after like see anything, and still it was like sweet happen piny up but no T-Mot. and Sweet was like plan B, and it was suggested as another really dangerous thing. Like it's like you know, we can find attendance throughout and 10 at this hour. I mean, and she wants them to like shoot themselves out in tanks. That would deaden the T-Mots. I don't know how that would deaden the T-Mots, but that's it's funny, and they were never worried. And so it's like it's no use. Matter what we try, we always have T-Mots and probably not entirely in free sap. And so was like, maybe it's do something less dangerous, like protesting, no foul sniffing. And there's an Apple Bloom times up with a idea to ask the main sets about how they ate out the T-Mots, and still said that she wants to ask Rainbow Dash. Yes, and I love how like Sweet Belle and Apple Bloom and not like dissing. And it was talking about when she doesn't say a Rainbow Dash. it's like first apple was like apple that and so like where is he and Bosun say Pinkie Pie and Bosun say Fireside. It's like no Rainbow Dash. So they're like, oh yeah, that makes much more sense. Of course. And then when they do the whole thing, they did stuff needs. Oh, that's so funny. Is that an example of like of how it's the one is just all the reckless things they do. I find that funny. I find it funny whenever they do anything reckless. Isn't it like Spider Year Service? There's like one moment where they're trying to do skydiving and I think that might have been the reckless activity that still was tested. But for a favorite Stu episode would be a parental drawings with those with the to meet Raymond's parents. I didn't ever remember a lot of like Stu setting up like a tadpole thing, like a slingshot thing. So and see you can like slingshot yourself into Trousdale. Oh, and after Boom and Sweeper, like just another ways the Trousdale is like how is it? And they're like. A Pegasus chariot, a fought the birds, a high balloon. It's like, oh, let's do some. I'm gonna say it's America and so away, but nope, I'll just doze off. Now when he meets Rainbow Dash's parents, he's like, your Rainbow Dash is dead. It's like really inside. It's like and then see him almost breaking glass as plates. It's so hilarious. And her like yelling about Rainbow Dash as more. I think my favorite scene in that Rainbow Dash's parents' cell still is the door that leads to like the door that leads to a room of Rainbow Dash stuff. Because when they open the door, it's like in the sound effects. It's of like. And then I found that he installed those sound effects, and so every time we open this door, it goes ah. And she was it. I love that door. It's like Elias is some really cool with the sound effects. And I love like Ray Lawrence tells that's his parents doing that's now a one boat. She uses the door to like and they're like great timing. It's like two door. That's just funny. The reason why I know the episode behind as I have my computer underneath me. Yeah, and I haven't watched it while my computer still needs a new charger, but I still remember they were so hot. It's a Parental Diets, my favorite Stu episode, and those two was the favorite Team I'd say is. Let me just put it in my toy Stu. And get out my toy for the next detectives is so number 10 we have Starlight Glimmer right there. And so Starlight Glimmer put on his list instead of Trials Battle because this my sudden hot take. I think Trials Battle is a little bit boring. But like Starlight Glimmer, I love all the magical things he does. As well. But the show of us like it is like magically talented enough to like take away the teamwork of the whole entire village. It's and also the right in time. And then like magic and it like symbolize is what his feelings is, and when I think the a episode of hers be all balled up with is like that's so mad to see that he has this like red cloud over her horn whenever she gets mad. And her she like balls up the stone, the red stone found every time she gets mad, but nope. Tootsie finds out and it's like her angel infects 3 ponies and those 3 ponies express what he's feeling, so we has to express what he's feeling to Tootsie. And see if there's be in angry and if the pizza. That's my favorite Stardom episode. I think stuff like doing like the Red Storm time was sometimes just mad as spiritual. And also all the songs saved by the Holiday. That's my favorite songs in the song. And started my favorite unicorn in the show because he has like really cool stuff and magic throughout the show. Oh, and they have season 5 on DVDs, so I was season 6 to 7 on DVD, so I was seeing her like do a lot of as like cool stuff throughout the episodes season and seasons in 6 to 7. That's how I started in response. And now we have Tootsie. What was Tootsie? He once was evil. Oh, I didn't realize it when she was born. And I like the offensive with Starlight Glimmer. That's why I don't like the toy them tanning blasting off. It's as to the love both of them and so much, and I love the friendship. Let's say they would be the like lesbian sip that would kind of sip. I don't set them, but I would see what people do. But that's what it was, Tootsie. Oh yeah. I also have a Funko Pop. It's Tootsie. So that's how I didn't tell that it was Tootsie so much. Alright, let me just put this away. So number 8 we have my dad memorized Nuts Pet. Number 8 we have Princess Luna, who I have a set of. So I think Princess Luna is my favorite of the princesses. It's like really tall, it's beautiful, and she's like awesome in able to do Princess Luna Majesty. And also was she in the Thomas books also a lot of times in the Neighbor Moon in her your version is actually really cool. It was even if it wasn't so. That's why Princess Luna. I'm a Princess Luna fan. So we have Applejack. So now I'm not doing the entire father's list, but I am doing the rest of the main sets and Applejack I love because she's like she loves the family and she's really honest. It's the same my favorite Applejack. I also would be Honest Apple. Or where she's like we give no honest opinion about fasting, and she and that she can't and always be honest with it, and it's because it's like she is because she's like hurting the feelings of her friends, even though she's being honest. So all the episodes seem to be my favorite episodes. So. And the song Bats is Fly Aside is my favorite songs in the show. Okay. This one I have a toy of right here. And since we have Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash, you can tell. And the reason why I love Rainbow Dash would be a Rainbow Dash is really brave, or he never save his pony's life a lot. And so when Dame and like when you play Just Don't Mind Dame, and when you fall, or at the end it's Rainbow Dash who saves your life. And then you probably wondering, well, what happens when you play Rainbow Dash? This is like Rainbow Dash can't be there to save herself. Also, so when you play Rainbow Dash, it's Spitfire who saves her life. So I think that's really cool. I also love providing with us into the Sonic Wing Boom, and Double Wing Boom, and Double Wing Boom fan made episode that's really like. It's so I made some mistake in the fan made episode, and I love it. And I think the last episode would be Taints and Memories. I love Offensive was Taint in the episode, and Alpha is definitely my favorite songs in the show. So I love Rainbow Dash. I probably have Rarity. So, Rarity, I did saw, I recently made a statue of her, and I love the video. I love her, she's basically just like me. She was 12s, then makes 12s for the main sets. It's just really cool. Songs and was Rarity and all this, but they're two of my favorite songs and stuff. That's why I love Rarity. Before we had Pinkie Pie. Hey, so I don't think I have a toy Pinkie Pie as an adult, but I do have a toy as a baby. And so cute. And Pinkie Pie, I love because she is hilarious. Is I think in season 1, so that they had main sets to see it was really funny. All the songs in season 1 I loved. I was laughing at her in the first episode. And I was inside, and inside, blocked them, and I mean, we love that. And the whole entire one bit hot. But my favorite Pinkie Pie is to us is when Tara is feeling sad in Twilight Kingdom, and she's like, why the long face? So I pulls with her face, and it's a one. It's so funny. My mom and I laugh at that scene a lot. Pinkie Pie a lot because she's hilarious and also obviously and pulling a smile. And so we have Florida side. And Fireside love because she's sweet and she's adorable. Oh, and she is like it will tall. Oh, and I love is her singing voice. It's really beautiful. And I love her like development of the soul. Her house is able to like stand up for herself. Oh, since and also like having stage fights. We also have stage fighting times. And so I love as Fireside. I think the same Fireside if it means it does as I didn't wait her and it's also adorable. So we have this toy. So you can tell I love this one with a lot. I have fun pop with him. I have a toy of him blue. Oh, in the Twist Child episode. And with this scene, when Torvin's saying his like it's long and drinking the top melt. Oh yeah, and I decided that I also have no toys for it, so. This one. So you can tell I love this a lot. I love this story because he's hilarious. I think this what I this episodes that I love. I also love all like tools design. I know it like has a lot of cool stuff for his body, like and was an eagle for a lion paw and a snake tail. And so of how tall he is designed and then sent his voice. That's why I love this toy. And a song drops the water part. I think it's on so. This is let me put away. Hey, on my desk. I messed up. Let's find spots here. Give me a minute to get him back inside of his phone. Okay. The other side. Okay. My Fun and Papa's Hymn is on my desk. That's not much about it. And then I use a toy of him blue Rasden Bellets a lot of times in some of my toy videos. Number one, we have Wumble. So Wumble I only have toys, so I don't want to have like merch of him, but I still love him. And Wumble I love a lot because he's cute. And I can relate to him, and I wanting to team on is like people not wanting a job. Oh, they have to like devote their lives to this one into it, and that's like it's like with the team art. Team art was supposed to do one thing in your entire life, and so I still learn that. Even though you have team art, it still do other things. And I did team art for, and that's label. That's a hell of one with much. It's I know I Tim. So that's like my favorite character in my point. So those are all my favorite characters in my a Little Pony. The whole entire list. I hope you liked the list.